He used to run from his past, looking back over his shoulder at a shadow that never stopped chasing him. He kept rewriting his own story, scribbling out the parts that felt too painful to leave on the page. He stood in front of certain years, refusing to ever open that door again. He buried his memories under work and busy distractions, hoping they would simply disappear. He smiled convincingly in public, while a faded version of himself stood quietly behind him, unseen by everyone. One day, alone, all the noise around him finally faded into silence. And his younger self walked into the room, uninvited but no longer avoidable. He faced that younger version directly, a version that looked afraid and unsure of everything. He raised his hand as if to judge him, then slowly lowered it, choosing simply to look instead. He realized he had been holding his own past self in chains, like a prisoner instead of someone who deserved care. He gently removed those chains, treating the wound with compassion instead of punishment. He looked back at his timeline, and noticed the difficult years glowing brighter than the easy ones. He tore up the edited version of his story, choosing finally to write it exactly as it happened. Slowly, the fractured pieces of himself began to fuse back together into one whole person. Like Marcus Aurelius, writing privately by candlelight, making peace with his own past in silence. He picked up a broken bowl, golden cracks glowing across every fracture. And he realized the cracks did not ruin it. They made it more valuable than it ever was before. He stood in front of the mirror, no longer waiting for someone else to arrive and forgive him. He turned around fully, facing every faded version of himself lined up behind him. He spoke gently to his younger self, finally saying the words that needed to be said. He placed a hand on his own shoulder, and for the first time, both versions of him were calm. He stood taller, no longer running, finally facing forward with steady composure. Like a river, carrying the shape of every rock it ever passed over, never erasing what it survived. He held his life open like a book, every chapter visible, none of it torn out. The two faded halves of himself finally merged into one solid, complete figure. And he walked forward calmly. His past no longer chasing him. He was not his worst chapter. He was the whole book.